Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel with another interesting tutorial on Power BI. Today we are going to show you how you can add some cool animations into your Power BI dashboard. And these animations are not just cool, they are responsive as well. As you can see, when I click on button, the animation responses to that button. So when I click on the Mars, all other planets are disappearing and the camera is zooming in on the Mars and Sun. So this animation was created in the HTML, and a very nice visual called HTML content was able to display this animation into our Power BI dashboard. So today I'm going to show you how you can create such animations without actually coding any HTML or CSS, and how you can embed those animations into your Power BI application, and how you can make them dynamic and make them able to respond to your Power BI visuals like this. So let's go ahead and start our today's tutorial. So first of all, we need to go to our Power BI desktop application, and in the format, we will change the canvas background to all black and reduce transparency to 0. Then we need to add a custom visual. So in the get more visuals, look for a HTML content visual, this one. So this is a completely free visual you can use in your Power BI dashboards to display HTML content. So let's select this visual, and here you can see pricing that it is free. So add this visual to your Power BI dashboard. Now we will add a text box and place it at the top of the canvas, and we will enter solar system. This will be the title of our dashboard. Let's make it 32 and bold and white. And in the size and style, we will remove the background of this text box. So now we have a white title for our dashboard. And now we will import some data into our dashboard. So let's click on Excel workbook and select this data. We have a sheet named statistics, which has the data of all 8 planets. So let's click on the we will transform this data. So let's click on the transform data button. So what we want to do here is that we will basically unpivot these columns. Let's unpivot these table columns, and now we have unpivoted data. And now we can click on the close and apply button, and we have this data in our data pane. So now we will add a button slicer, and we will place it here, and we will add the planet field as value, and in the format we will uh, select the grid layout or horizontal layout, and we will select 8 in columns. So now we have all the planets here, and we can remove title, and we can also remove the background. Great. Now we can add a table and place this table here, and in this uh, table visual we will add attribute and value, and in in this slicer we will change the selection mm, to single select and force selection, so that at any time only one planet is selected. So Mercury is selected. Now in the column headers we will change the size to 25 or 20, whichever is suitable. In the values we will also change the font size to 24. And in the style presets we will select none, and in the size and style we will remove background. We can also change the font to white, both in the values and in the column headers. We can also remove grid lines, and now when we will click on a planet we will see its statistics right here. And now the only thing remaining is an animation visual of our solar system, and we will use HTML and this HTML content visual to add that to here. We have already created a HTML document. This is the HTML page, and this is the animation of solar system, and we will show you how we created this document. So we did not write any of this code. Instead we went to the AI. You can go to ChatGPT or uh, Gemini or any other AI application and simply write create a simple 2D HTML animation of all 8 planets rotating around Sun with orbits. Provide complete code. If you don't write provide complete code, it will start guiding you how to create the document and all that. So always ask it to provide a complete code, so it will give you a complete HTML document. So this is the HTML document of our solar system, animation, but this solar system animation is static. It will always give you a single type of animation. So what we did next was that we asked it to add code so that if Earth is selected, all other planets beyond Earth are disappeared and camera is zoomed in as well. This option should be available for all planets. I need to be able to enter planet name somewhere in the HTML code. So it then revised its code and provided us with another HTML document. So this revised HTML code adds a dropdown where we can select the name of a planet and it zooms in on that planet. But we do not need a dropdown. So in another prompt, we provided it with this code and we asked it to instead of dropdown, planet is selected at startup, hard coded into the HTML document. Select Earth by default, remove dropdown, and then we provided all the HTML code. So why did we use another prompt? That is because we did not want to ruin our existing code, because sometimes it changes the code drastically and makes changes that we do not want. So we saved the original conversation and created a new one so that we don't mess up the previous conversation. So it removed the drop down and it hard coded the planet name. So somewhere here there is the name of planet here. So in our class solar system, we have data selected planet is equal to Earth. So if we change this to something else like Jupiter, the camera will be zoomed in on Jupiter. So this is what we wanted. We made some other changes as well and asked it to make this dynamic setting. It's with 100% and change with parent window. You can ask it to make any changes you want and it will make those changes and provide you with the updated code. So what we did next was that we copied this code and we saved this code in this solar system.html file, and this is our animation. This is the final animation, and this is in this animation we have selected the Neptune planet, so we are seeing the entire solar system. But if we select Earth, it will be zoomed in closer to Earth and all that outer planets will be hidden. So for example, let's go to this document and as you can see, Neptune is selected here. So let's select Earth and save this document and refresh this page. And now we have the Earth and all the outer planets are hidden. And we can use any planet here, let's say Saturn, and our zoom will be changed accordingly. So let's make changes here and instead of a planet name, let's enter select a planet. And this word select a planet will make this a dynamic visual suitable for Power BI. And uh, use a word here that is not used anywhere in this document. That word can be anything. It can be a meaningless combination of characters or symbols, but it should not be used anywhere in this document because we are going to replace this word. We are going to find and replace this word with the name of a planet. That way, when we will select a planet in Power BI, the animation will change. So we have used here select a planet. We will save this and we will copy this entire HTML code, and then we will go to the Excel file, and in the Excel file we will add this code here. So we have our entire animation code in one cell, and we have that select a planet here somewhere. Okay, here it is, select a planet. So we will replace this select a planet with actual planet name. And remember that the JavaScript or some other programming languages are uh, case sensitive. So we are going to use substitute, and we will select this code and we will enter select a planet, and we will replace this select a planet with this. But as I told you, JavaScript or some other languages are case sensitive. So make sure that the names of planets are are in lowercase, because that is what we have used in our HTML document. So we will enter lower. That will change this capital M into small m, and enter. Now our HTML document has been changed, and instead of select a planet we have now Mercury. So let's drag this HTML code, and now we have 8 planets. So this is our solar system, and this is our selected planet. Let's save this document and go back to our Power BI application and click on refresh. So we need to go to Power Query, and here okay, here we need to add those columns that we have added later. So these are solar system and selected planet. So what we can do here is in the unpivot, we can remove this unpivot column step, and we can do this again. So let's select type, mass, diameter, density, gravity, average distance, orbit period, number of moons, and has rings. But we will not select these two columns, and we will leave these two columns as well. So let's unpivot these columns And now we have these unpivoted columns, and we have now 4 of these columns. So let's click on the close and apply button, and we will have 2 more columns here. So now let's add the HTML content visual, and place this visual here. And after that, we will add solar selected planet in the values. And now we have the animation, and if we select Mercury, we have this animation, and Venus, Earth, Mars, we are zooming out, Jupiter, Saturn, Venus, and Neptune. We have entire solar system here. So let's go to the format and remove background of this visual as well. And this is our solar system animated dashboard. So the focus of our today's tutorial was this HTML content visual, and to show you how you can add interactive HTML animations into your Power BI dashboard. Now there are some more features that I want to show you which can help you a lot to perform some other tricks. It is up to your imagination. So if we go to the format, we have this style sheet. It allows you to add CSS code right here instead of changing the main coding behind this HTML content. So the simple way is to add a new measure, and let's call it CSS. And now we have to choose an element. So let's choose this solar system element, and let's add it here. And now we can write CSS code inside these and make changes to this HTML content. So let's change the background color. Background color. Let's change it to red. Click on this commit button, and now click on this button and select the measure and click on the OK button. And now you have changed the background color of this visual without changing the actual code behind this content. So it is up to your imagination. You can make other changes and you can perform different tricks using this feature. So this was the HTML content visual which you can use to display your HTML content inside your Power BI dashboard. So this is the end of our today's tutorial. We'll see you in future with another interesting idea. Till then, have a nice day and have fun learning the Power BI application.